Imagine this. You are in a village, miles away from the nearest hospital. A family member falls sick, but there is no doctor, no ambulance, and no money for private care. This isn't an isolated story, it's the daily reality for millions of Indians. Today, I want to talk about public healthcare in India, the lifeline for those who cannot afford private hospitals, yet a system that stretched far beyond its limits. How did we get here? And more importantly, how do we fix it? Let's dive in. So let's first start with some data. India spends just 2.1% of its GDP on healthcare. This is what the Economic Survey of 2022 and 2023 says, compared to the global average of 6%. For every 10,000 people, there are only 9 hospital beds, far below the WHO recommendation of 50 beds. Nearly 63% of Indians rely on out of pocket payments for healthcare, pushing many families into poverty. In rural areas, over 70% of primary health care centers lack initial medicines and 60% lack a full time doctor. This is what the Rural Health Statistics of 2021 say. These numbers aren't just statistics, they represent lives at risk. So, what's holding our public healthcare system back? First is underfunding. Despite its importance, healthcare has always been underfunded. Many public hospitals struggle with outdated equipment, staff shortages, and overcrowded facilities. Second is urban rural divide. While urban areas may have decent government hospitals, rural areas are left with understaffed and under equipped primary health centers. Third is lack of preventive care. Public health initiatives often focus on treatment rather than prevention. Diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and even preventable infections go unchecked until it's too late. Next is corruption and mismanagement. Funds allocated for healthcare don't always reach the ground. Bureaucratic delays and corruption often derails essential programs. And lastly, but importantly, mental health neglect. With only 0.75 psychiatrists per 1 lakh people, mental health remains one of the most ignored aspects of public healthcare. Now, the state of public healthcare affects us all, but it hits the poor the hardest. According to a study by Public Health Foundation of India, 55 millions of Indians were pushed into poverty in 2020 due to medical expenses. In rural areas, many families delay treatment because they cannot afford the travel cost to reach a hospital. For women and children, the impact is even worse. Maternal mortality rates remain high, and childhood immunization programs are often disrupted due to resource shortages. Despite these challenges, there are some bright spots in India healthcare system. First is Ayushman Bharat. Launched in 2018, this scheme aims to provide free treatment for up to 5 lakh rupees per family annually for vulnerable groups. As of 2023, over 25 crores have benefited who have enrolled in this very scheme. Mission Indradhanush is also important. This initiative have improved immunization coverage for children, particularly in underserved areas. Telemedicine, where the rise of digital platforms, telemedicine is helping bridge the gaps between rural patients and urban specialists. During this COVID-19 pandemic, the use of teleconsultants grew by 200%. These efforts show that with the right focus and funding, change is possible. So, how do we move forward? First we'll have to increase healthcare funding. The government needs to prioritize healthcare and aim for at least 5% of GDP spending as recommended by WHO. Next is strengthening the primary care. Rural health centers must be equipped with adequate staff, medicine, and diagnostic tools to prevent overburdening larger hospitals. Next is focus on prevention. Awareness campaigns for non-communicable diseases, better sanitation, and vaccinations can reduce the overall disease burden. Public-private partnerships. Collaboration with private hospitals can help expand access to quality care, especially in underdeserved areas. Mental health integration. Mental health service should be integrated into primary care with dedicated funding and training for healthcare workers, and transparency and accountability. Monitoring how healthcare funds are used can reduce corruption and ensure resource which reach those in need. Public healthcare is the backbone for any nation. For a country as diverse and populous as India, it is a monumental challenge, but it also is an opportunity. Investing in healthcare isn't just about curing diseases. It's about building a healthier, stronger society. It's about ensuring no one has to choose between food and medicine or between survival and death. So, the next time you visit a public hospital or hear about healthcare policies, remember this is the fight for dignity, equality, and justice. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Let's keep talking, keep questioning, and most importantly, keep working for change. If you found this episode meaningful, share it with someone who cares about these issues. And as always, grab your chai and join me on the next time on Chai and Change. Until then, take care, stay aware.